Enuanom eni adofo no mechiache obi bia ba bi obi bia wo. Eye mosomfo nana osei boatin na make say. Many NPP Germany Branch Communications Director. And as a osnukukuku nkrabata a ewo Germany ha no many okasama for me dekuo na no a bekasama ekuo no. Na ensem kakra bi na mepese ahobrase ne ni die kwaso no me ba wonche nwumre na me ne wo dwendwene ho seze no Ghana de obetia ne se Ghana no me moye den akufuado eba ya obese o man ne se pasa NDC for trap ya tua wo mo no seze de wo mo e kan no na ya na nwanwa se emse wo mo adwene wo se ye afi enoma bi a wo mo atwam nansen se ye da dumso mu emfie bese na se emfie bese ayi manim no ase ye afi ye emfiri NDC for ahohye na che sa dumso na ye tena mu mfie bibribe no a nkrofo ide no igya wo mo nkrofo kunu no igya wo no efiri se be ma ne nti mo akọhoma nti akọhoma bombe nti no so kra na efie kra won tena obeba fie obeba na jo ba no obru se peche nti ade enye ntokwa kra na de no ntokwa okọ adwuma mu aka ne no wode ye adwuma nti sika bi amfiri ba bi ama nti no ne yire kra se nka obehia na yire kra no na nka wati afa afuru kra na eno nyina na problem nti nkora bebre wo se nka omba kra wo ntimi aba ye mfiri se nursing training allowance yitwamu eni esen twa teachers training allowance yitwamu eni enya unemployment graduates association enya ye mfiri o mo kan se enkola na omo wi school no so omo nya adwanye no enkotena beebi etu abo na omo mfa pan na omo emfa enye empapa abo ntwumugu kwa ho benko duba bosome no watimi atwe trip baako ka befa na wanya skadidi enye sa so mre twabo ne omo ye mmoa no utwasra de gugu ho benyu obi abeto buenum ena na ombu ma ne ensum hunu ene abotisma na omo ka kire ena omo no so de bayin se Ghana ayeden ewiase ayeden sabri amene wo ka se ewiase babia ayeden na enye NDC for na ebe ka kire ye se ye ntonchiri na ye num akum obi anim de ekoso covid no emaye no na babia na nado de aduro no na eye nikasem na eye nkurahesem kese pa amaye meka na maka esusu dua se oman pani bia no waba abaye Ghana ti se de nanado ayida ibinsi da one district one factory no yaye over 200 are operational. It is a bia kra ye pattern kra. How many people are we talking about? And this is what one single interventions be no matimi aya eno no ombetimi si ombo aka che se ye ba ye no mfie duo no nso no PNDC NDC no 27 years no combine say ade we na edimi years one single thing dey no omtimi ye the health insurance e bakra no omhuru ye say enye ye kufuo ekonya oil no omhuru ye say enye ye na kufuo adode free education e ba ma Ghana fo nyina nya esomfaso no omo che pan e de makaya ye so omfa nkodi pawo pa no omo sa aka say entimi nya ye free education is not possible in 30 years. What say it might be okay in 30 years, but also there was a question mark down say maybe in 30 years. And so now by 217 I started free education gusua e koso ne. Mo kasa the NDC phone man kasa. What say crowd wo na kire say enko IMF. Mo ko IMF 13 times. Ebesi na amno kasa in your reign 13 times we've been to the IMF. Edi ade na debre Ghana. Edo how nya man hu na debre yen. Edi mawuma entua school fees na debre yen. Agricultural products nyina no yi subsidies no free so na fa etuoto so. Jese ensiachi bambo anka aba betete no ma so no. Wo IMF vosi yenyini nyina mfiri ho na yentua to wo so. Ebize wa nye wakọ homabo yie enu nti na aba nse nti wo se wutimi the friend austerity measures no wa boss no we didn't say pampe now man for ebre 213 up 212 213 214 no all these years na NDC ye bo won akọ ye budget no mu wi they always came back to parliament for a budget supplementary budget. HSC ka de man so on fan kobo bra no akohomabo no okodi ye nti anso nti ese o san baji bi ka ho na wa hwe se wo ma yiri sika so mfa nkodi dwa na okoye no okodi wie no san ba no san be pa akohomabo sika free efie dia san akodwombo. That is NDC for you. Nti no wo munya dede o moye no na covid no na ma wiase nyina bibia aboa din eno ma nyina ekoso na Putin asa akofa ntokwa chenchenche edi aba wiase eno na ama petrol bo no tum nikasi ababababababa eno na ama sidi no edwane no enye akufado na wasa e o man no yenye kroma yetie petrol no ntokwa ma ne yeto no €1.20 €1.30 ekokura €1.40 ene yeto no €2.40 €2.50 ene yeto no ha enti what you mean say 100% increment and abetu ya ha say ebinu mpokra no empese wo mu ka akro mu tuo because of petrol no boaye dinti ati ase etiminu ano mama NDC phone tumfuto bi anwumani mi wo video bo ampese o hwebie mi oni hwe video no bi na hwe video no ewie na ya tonko twehwe no so eni die kwa aso misro hwe video no mame.
The cost of living in the UK is rising and it's changing people's lives.
We either have to eat and be cold or be warm and starve. That's the way it is.
All evidence suggests this is just the start.
The squeeze on household incomes is going to be the big story of 2022, particularly the first half of it, and it is going to be on a scale of the kind that we do see in some recessions.
And this is what's happening already. High inflation. Consumer prices rose 5.4% in the 12 months to December last year. That's the highest rate in nearly 30 years. Energy and food prices are the main drivers of this, but there are other factors too, like tax rises and changes to benefits. All of this is affecting the cost of living. And Prime Minister Boris Johnson acknowledges the situation.
I understand how difficult it is for people. I understand the pressures that people are facing on their on household finances.
To explain that pressure, the UK government is also saying this.
This is a global phenomenon because the causes of inflation, whether it's supply chains or energy prices, are of course global in nature.
Inflation is a global issue right now. We can see that in many Western economies. In the US, consumer price inflation is 7%. In Germany, it's 5.3%. And what is global in nature is personal in its consequences, especially in winter.
The heating is switched off and just put on occasionally when it's particularly cold.
Is that because of the rising prices?
Because of the rising prices.
And those energy prices are rising primarily because the wholesale cost of gas has gone up. That has happened because global gas supplies are down. And there are several reasons for that. First, Europe was unusually cold last winter. That meant a lot of stored gas was used up. Second, replenishing those stores was made harder by low wind speeds. That meant less wind power, and so more gas had to be burned to make electricity. The third reason is there was more demand for gas from Asia, and particularly from China. Prices up for gas, prices are up for petrol and diesel too. Official figures show an increase of over 20% in 12 months. The main reason here, well, that's the increase in the price of crude oil. And that increase is being driven by demand from countries as they open up after COVID restrictions. So that's petrol and gas. The next thing we need to look at is food prices, because they're rising too. And the cooking campaigner Jack Monroe argues the official inflation figure underestimates the impact on the poorest people.
I did a £10 food shop in 2012 for the Sunday people. And I redid exactly the same food shop last weekend and it came to 17.
Say ya, wako hwe video idi abai. Ohunu, say de no mesi koso papa bi wo video no mo. Di o busa ansem enti say no, wo electricity bills no ne ade no, enti di ade na wo ya fa on say de be ya untua sika bebrebe. was say ni radiator and as a heater saa afidie na ebo dem a wo ba wo so a na me dem ho ayehye no was say wodum no fon gise awo ba kese pa no so kakra bi na atoto no kakra no so dum no ena owura no busa ne say na eye a canter no say yes of course a canter the way oil no boil dey no more boil dey no say wa anya ne sa wontimi ntua ho ka eti enye yen kwa ena ahokyera ba so ahokyera ba wiase nyina firi se entokwa na aba no oil dudu a wosenka yetuo Russia for oil kama oil ne gas yes wo tu di ba aba dwama so beto nyina eti mema because of entokwa no eti sa ade no se demand no eye higher way higher than supply na ne bo na yedin yebaka Ghana emre bi atwam a na yi NDC mreso PNDC mreso na ye sala na yeto milk na yeto ho no man hwese de na no mabo setie na compared to neso so se de ne bo setie enti enye na na ado na ama Ghana yedin na mum no eye COVID number 1 and then number 2 this unnecessary war entokwa mfaso ni so enipa ewu ti se nkokọ no ene na akofo hawo edi aba ewiase nyina enti ye sidi no hwese de na nado osi aso sidi mu a woni ewura aba omi aso sidi mu gina hwa akopim se enuna ya na sidi no ahya ase edwane na edwane ewo wiase nyina because I mean o ka say American inflation rate no is about 7.4788%. Abra say kura na ho Federal Reserve and as the Bank of America no the central bank no wo mu ba be increase one the interest rate. American interest rate has been like zero. If 2008 meltdown by one interest rate has not been increased. It's been in the doldrums. As says one so mo betum. Eti ewiase be bia ayeden. Eti yemfa komapa na yemfa adwunumotie na yemfa ntare na ado echi na yehunu se enye na ado na wo se ma no enye na ado na ma wiase tumrika na mum no COVID number 1 and then number 2 sa entokoya ehihye so wo Ukraine me se me koto anwa Ukraine for mu ye sunflower anwa pa eti kroma no na yeto se kroma wo pa bi ato wunya bi store kra abakwa akwanya bi no one person one bottle ye ma on to mienu there be. That is how it is here. Now I want to know more 10 liters and a ton 9 euros and a Putin cause a soldier for big buhono. So be conto kwan wonya sha say na call 12 na e chire call 15. 10 liter na ton 15 and then no eni ho bi wunya bi nto. Me call na no say me go to bi me call na me nya bi nti nkate nwa. Yi event is nkate nwa enam nya the same 10 liter instead of 15 no me turn 45 euros plus tax plus VAT, it will be 50 something euros. The same 10%, the same 10 liter, and one between 15, but cotton over 50. That just made the home and some projects and some busia baby, a copy city being CB and a baby side of the social and son of Metimiato. Sani we ask no aqua could do say. Intimacy say, ye now for comapa, na yam fantana and adwechi. Video now share them, it was a munsem in our tinina. Na Bomadna never empire bo papa. Fata na nadwechi na omani ntimi tumpon na omani nye krabehwe nana osei boatin ye NPP Communication Director mo Germany me na me no di nhyiamu nwumre kukrudu baabi a obi a onyankopon fa ne nsankan onyankopon ma wo enna ho baabi a obi bia wo no me ho nchia ma so wo da de yie afa enu onya no so a wo ne nyame nante de wo ye bia no otwe de ampon fa ne nsanto so na onyame nhira Ghana na wo nhira mu nipa nyina na adom ne nhira enye nyina